be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Watch out, another switch, another switch, another switch, another switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist.
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Act slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Grip.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Green 18. It's 59. Mike's at 59. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Look again. 57. Mike, 57.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over.
Set, ready? 10 low ball. Yeah. Ready?
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Osweiler. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, it's Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, here we go.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Center it. 319. 59. Mike to 59. Hey, man. Watch this.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Jones. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the 9-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Jake Kumaro, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Osweiler. He's got Burton here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Throwing, Osweiler. He'll have a first down past the 40. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
On 2nd and 1, Osweiler. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Osweiler. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Mike. 158. 158. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Osweiler. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Osweiler. Looking deep for Gabriel. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Osweiler, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, Osweiler. The screen pass here to Cohen. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
On the ready.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing again, Osweiler to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During films. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Every day, any day.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Set 50, plant. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Play action. It's Osweiler. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. Turn to stop. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They go play action with Osweiler. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Osweiler now off the bootleg. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Give them a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Here's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? On second down, here's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to have a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
From the 24, Osweiler throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Osweiler to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Williams to return. Shoves him aside. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it. And
a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd and 10. Rodgers, the connection made. It's Graham. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Osweiler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Jones, the ball carrier.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
258. Two times. Hey, we got 3 down.
Here's Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Crosby clicks it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. Now Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. From the shotgun, Osweiler. That is caught by Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
First down, Bears.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Osweiler. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
1st down, Chicago.
Set, ready? 15, line. 15, line.
Hey, watch the screen.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, baby.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Osweiler. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Mike Davis. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. On the ball. Stop.
He may try, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Brock Osweiler, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a first down carry by Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good. And they have regained the lead. It's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is taken at his 4. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now it's Osweiler. That's complete to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Osweiler now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On second down, Davis. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They run the jet sweep with Patterson, and they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Osweiler. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Set. 60 or.
It's been a long day for you.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Osweiler. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Khalil Mack with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Osweiler. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4 down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. This is caught, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with time running out as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position.
He's got a man, complete. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
36 yards. First down, Chicago.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities, extreme confidence in his teammates, never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
So for the Packers, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, now they claim my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side.